Hey y'all, it's Belle. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another vlog. I get book mail. There's a couple reading updates, chatting, cooking, and I get some canvas prints in. So I hope y'all enjoy. It is Tuesday, February 7th. I've got some book mail from HarperCollins. Oh yay, it's another highly anticipated release. It's Boba time for Pearly by Nicole Chen. Such a beautiful cover. This isn't out already. When this goes up, I'll edit it in here. So excited. It comes out February 28th. So beautiful. Thank you so much, HarperCollins. It's still February 7th. Thought I'd give a reading update. I had finished my other winter read, so I picked up Murder in Midwinter by Fleur Hitchcock. On page 31, so far so good. And I had finished the third and final book in the Seth mystery series by Nicki Thornton. But I'm treating it like a long series because it has a companion. I don't know if it's just going to be a duology or if there'll be more. There's 2 books out now, so I moved on to that. So the first book, The Howling Hag Mystery by Nicki Thornton. And we're following Nightshade around and other kids that he encounters on page 43. Liking it so far. And I finished The Time Fletch by Amy Herrick, so I moved on to the Tiltersmith, which is the sequel companion. I won this in a giveaway a little while back, so I'm glad to be getting to that finally. And I finished the 2 OK Witch graphic novels, so I picked up Hooky by Miriam, Bonastre here. Page 83, really enjoying that so far. And I had finished the first Zoe Washington. It was so good. And HarperCollins had sent me On Air with Zoe Washington by Janae Marks, the sequels, so I picked that up on page 108. Really loving that. And then I had mentioned picking up another book from Margaret Peterson Haddix after finishing the Greystone Secret series. But then I realized I had a book that came out before that one, so I want to read this one and then that one. So after I finished that trilogy, I picked up The School for Whatnots by her. I'm really loving this so far. On page 142. Then continuing the sequels, I'm on Aggie Morton, the 4th book in the Aggie Morton Mystery Queen series, The Seaside Courts by Marthe Jocelyn. I'm loving this so much. I'm on page 260. It's so good to be back with these characters. And then I love this author. She wrote a Secret Garden reimagining, and she wrote a book I read recently that was amazing, Hither and I, Ellen Potter, The Kneebone Boy, and I've had this forever. So, and on page 188, such a good book. And then Hardy Grant had reached out to me about sending me an ARC for the 3rd book in the Jane Doe series, and I own the first 2 books that I bought myself. And I said, yes, thank you so much. And so I finished the first one, and it was awesome. And then I started the second one, like I just started it. And I'm only on page 40. I'm only on page 24, and GD's already been said 4 times. I'm like, why? I mean, it's upper middle grade, and she's like 13 or 14. Why? So if it's only page 24, so I sent them a message because they said as soon as I got copies, they would be sending them in. So I messaged them, you know, how I love the first book, and but then I was only on page 22, and it was only said twice. So in 2 pages, she said it 2 more times in her head. And I was like, I don't recommend books with that in there. So, I mean, I'll post the book as soon as I get it, like I do all mail, but I won't recommend it if I read it and it's in there. Does the 3rd book have that word in it at all? And if it does, and you haven't already sent it, I don't want to waste you. I don't want you wasting your time and resources sending me a book I won't be able to recommend. Hopefully it isn't in there. So, because I don't want them to send me something that I know, if I even have an inkling of knowing that I won't. So, once I saw this today, I messaged them. So, we'll see what they say. That's just so disappointing. But that's my reading update. And I'm only 3 books away from being caught up on my reviews after being almost 80, like in the 80s behind books of reviews. So, that's awesome. It will be a while before I'm caught up posting them. I'm just writing them and then printing them and putting them in the book and making the stacks for videos because I can't post that many at one time. Like I've been doing some days 10 reviews in a day, so I can't post that many at a time. So I just go back in the order I read them and then post them as I can. So it'll be a while before posting them's caught up, but at least the reviewing part for me, getting it thought out, is done. I only have 3 more. Like since I've been able to experience winter, because living in the South, you didn't really get winter. Like I've loved snow, and like I was always here with my pup during the winters I got to experience, so I've never wanted them, like, because she loves snow and I love snow. But now that I'm not the same since she left, so and my mind is like my worst enemy, so I just need to be outside again, just because there's more for me to get out there and motivate myself to keep busy and more things to do. Like, I can do stuff inside, but in here it's just like, I love it, and I don't think we'll ever move because this is her house and all this stuff, but sometimes, like, being in here, it's just without her. That's what it is, being in here without her. I can't talk about it, I'll cry. But so I'm actually wanting it to warm up outside, but it's just like Christmas, when I'm not one that ever wishes Christmas to be over, and I leave my decorations up till usually like New Year's. I took it down the day after Christmas. Nothing's the same. Been watching, I get so behind on booktubers. I need to get caught up on that again. Like, if I get into one of my comfort shows, like Lucy, it was Lucy for a long time because that's my number one. Now it's Seinfeld. I love Seinfeld so much, and so I'm watching so much Seinfeld. Alright, that was my reading. It is Wednesday, February 8th, I think. I got some book mail from HarperCollins. Oh, yay! It's one of my very highly anticipated releases, The Pearl Hunter by Maya Quebec. And this just came out yesterday, I believe. So this is out now. Thank you so much, HarperCollins. Yay! Canvases came in, so the 3 that I had ordered. So you can see the stairway from here, but the other side of the stairway, when you're going down the stairs that you can't see, I got 2 smaller canvases for that. They kind of go together. And there's this old place in the Midwest where we were, and you could tour, and they had an old jail cell, so me and my husband, I'm gonna cover his face, went in the jail cell, did each other. Like, they did it, not me. And then my pup, we put some handcuffs on her, and she had a Harley Davidson bandana. Her eyes are like, Mom, I didn't do it, I swear. And then the one on the wall that's just her, the one that I had to substitute because I couldn't fit her all the way in it, and I just loved it so much. I got a big one to go over the attic room door, the attic room where I call it my Alice in Wonderland room, and it's where I put all the books I've read. And it's just such a beautiful picture of her, so. My pretty baby. It is Saturday, February 11th. Got some book mail, so I thought I'd open it. Yay! I didn't know it'd be here already. That's so awesome. Book 7 in this Stuck in Time series by Dave Johnson. Stuck Between Two Lives. Ooh, I'm intrigued by that title. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. It's such a fun series. Oh, yay. I had won an ARC for this on a giveaway that the author had hosted on Instagram, and it's an ARC for the second book in the Cameron Battle series. I think it's the name of the series. And it's Cameron Battle and the Escape Trials by Jamar J. Perry. This comes out this month. If it isn't already out, I'll edit it. Comes out February 28th. But since I knew I'd won and this was coming, I own the first book. I bought it myself. I brought it downstairs to read so I could dive into this one. I'm so excited. Thank you so much. Such a great giveaway. Thank you so much. Y'all, it is Sunday, February 12th. So to give a reading update, doing some cleaning, dusted the living room. Still got to deep vacuum it and clean the baseboards and stuff. Clean the kitchen, dust the bedroom, clean my bathroom, clean the upstairs bathroom the other day and the floor. I deep cleaned the washer and dryer the other day, not just the outside, but inside, around everything, and inside and all the cracks, because all that gunk will get on your clothes eventually, and it's just disgusting. So I did that, and I need to dust and clean the blinds down again. I'm washing the bedding stuff now. Then after that, I'll do 2 things of laundry. Finally got my car back yesterday. My husband had to take his car in to the mechanic. It was like computer stuff. He can fix almost anything on a car. It's like the computerized newer stuff that he just gets so aggravated with, and he'll fix 10 million things and it'll still be messing up. So he finally just took it in. So he took my car until he got it back. And I got 2 tires in, so he's gonna try to make an appointment for me so I can take it and get the tires put on, because especially after him driving it so much, I needed tires anyway. And then now there's wire showing on one. I don't know if I already said, but I wanted to give a reading update. So I have finished the Aggie Morton, the 4th one in the series, and I was so sad because in the back it did say it was the final one, and I wanted to cry. It was so good. Such a different ending to that one, but I still loved it. And that was by Martha Jocelyn. And then School for Whatnot by Margaret, Peterson, Haddix. Such a unique story, and I really loved it. Finally read I think it's my first for Hitchcock book, Murder in Midwinter. I've had so many of her books for so long. Man, that was good. I flew through that. I read finally the 3rd Whispering Pines, Reckoning by Heidi Lang and Katie Bartowski. Flew through that one too. Like from the word go, I did not want to put it down. Man, that was so good. I cannot wait for that 4th book. And then I finished last night another Fleur Hitchcock, The Murder at Snowfall, which is her newest one, I think. So good too. Like, ugh. Now I want to pick up all of hers, even though I think those are the only 2 winter ones I have. But I haven't started this yet, but since I finished Murder at Snowfall, and that was, because I was doing those in my winter rereads, the next winter reread I want to pick up, that I'll start today, The Adventures of Letty Peppercorn by Sam Gayton. I had this for so long, and I'm so excited to finally read it. And look at these amazing illustrations. I only picked up Hooky. I'm almost done. I'm on page 275. And then I'll pick up the second one. It's really been in a graphic mood. Once I realized how fast I was reading them, I was like, well, and I was enjoying them so much, I was like, why haven't I, because I know why I haven't, because like I've said, they're in the closet of my book room on a different little shelf, because I even have bookshelves inside the closet in there, not mini ones, but not the normal tall ones, but half the size ones. And so I don't ever think about them, so I've been starting to take a stack each of the one I want to read next. And I've been really having such a great time because I've had so many graphic novels for so long, and so I'm so happy I'm finally reading them. And then after finishing School for Whatnots, I picked up the latest Margaret Peterson Haddix that I have. The first in the Mysteries of Trash and Treasure series, The Secret Letters. And, well, not just after the School for Whatnots, after finishing the Greystone Secrets trilogy by her, and then School for Whatnots. So I'll pick this up. It's so interesting already. I'm on page 78 and enjoying it. Then after, like I said, finishing the Seth Seppi trilogy, the companion novel that I don't think I realized, it follows Nightshade the cat, which is amazing. And it's not just told from his point, it's also characters, like a main character, and then it like alternates. But the Howling Hag Mystery by Nicki Thornton. Having a great time with this so far. On page 167. And then after finishing The Whispering Pines, the next series continuation, and I was still in a spooky mood, so I picked up, because this is another favorite series, next in the Fright Watch series, Unmasked by Lawrence. I love this series so much. I love the 2 main characters, and I think I knew when she first announced it, but it's been so long since she first announced it that maybe I forgot, because I was confused at first when I was reading. I'm like, this isn't. So I went and looked, and it's the same school, the same town. It's just a different character in that town, but you still see Mike and Quinn. So we've seen them already. So, and I'm enjoying this new character a lot. I love her parents, her sister, it's like the fantasy childhood parent thing, like from like the way I was. So loving it so far. Just started it, but I'm already on page 56. And then I'm almost done with On Air with Zoe Washington by Janae Marks, the sequel to Desk of Zoe Washington, and HarperCollins has sent me this. And this comes out February 14th. And I'm loving this just as much. I'll probably finish this today. I'm on page 205. These are such great books, such important messages. And the baking. I went to the Tiltersmith. Oh, I'm on page 165, really loving this. And then another book that I've been wanting to read, The Midnighters by Hannah Took. The Unadoptables was such a favorite book, and I'll keep saying it and keep saying it. The hate that she got because of that. It's just this world, I'm telling you. but I love seeing authors supporting the book, and I was so happy in the beginning. There's even a section praise for the unadoptables. Catherine Rundle, Robin Stevens, Emma Carroll, Carrie Burnell. The best books to look out for in 2020, Waterstones. Nathan Halter, The Haska Bookshop, Bethany Strout, Tattered Cover Bookstore, Robin Boderick, The Reading Bug, Tegan Tagani, Queen Anne Book Company. Like, all of this praise from amazing authors and other people. So I won't give up hope that it will become a series, because I think there's so much potential for like other stories with other characters that didn't have a conclusion to their own stories with their family and their past. I just think it will be an incredible series, while getting the backstory and a closure of sorts for each character of the unadoptables. Anyway, picked up the Midnighters, like I said. And it's just so beautiful, just like all her books so far. The inside, this makes sense when you read. So yeah, I don't like to say never, but if I do ever one day, somebody punch me. But if I don't have a problem with something, I'm not just gonna say I do because it's correct and like that's the bandwagon everybody's jumping on, because I'm scared people will unsubscribe or talk about me. That's not gonna be me. Beautiful chapter, had illustrations too. So, and then I say I enjoyed something, but then go back and say, oh, I'm sorry, after it comes out that all these people are hating on it, and say, oh, this is wrong and I'm gonna unhaul it. Like, no. If you enjoyed it and there isn't really a problem with it, and the people that should be having a problem with it, like people that have been adopted and they're like, I don't have a problem with it, like, it's usually the people that have nothing to do with an area that's being talked about that have so much to say that it doesn't affect them and they have no firsthand experience. And that's what irritates me more than anything. Okay, I'm gonna be on a rant. Anyway, this is so incredible so far. On page, I don't know if I said, 147. I just love her book so far. She's definitely on her way to become a favorite author. Okay, I think I'm caught up. So, and a book haul went up yesterday. I'm almost done editing tomorrow's video. It's another recent reads. And then Tuesday's Valentine's Day. Alright, that's all I wanted to say for now. I really didn't explain, but when my husband made the crepes for me with the cream cheese, they're cold, so it didn't taste as right as like the Cracker Barrel thing I like. And so when I heat them up, the cream cheese filling would like liquefy, so it wasn't really working either. So I made the filling without the crepes and got my favorite waffles. Decided to try it like this. I figure if you add the filling after all the warmed up stuff, maybe it'll work. So the strawberries usually taste warm too, so I put the waffles in the toaster and then I put the strawberries on them and put them in the microwave for about 40 seconds. I warmed up my strawberry syrup and then I put the cream cheese making filling I made on top and some powdered sugar and the whipped cream. So it's not as pretty, but I think it's gonna be good. Well, that's it for this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you would like to subscribe, I would love that if you'd like to, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.